Hi everybody, my name is Jessica Holyfield. I'm a professional dancer, professional dance choreographer, and dance educator based out of the southeast of the United States. And I wanted to take a look at the elimination battles, the uncuts, by using my VPN and taking a look at them before seeing them in the episode reaction, because I know that they're going to do a lot of heavy cutting in that, and I want to be able to analyze, take my guesses before seeing the results and the finals and all that kind of stuff. So that's why I went ahead and I did that. I kind of stopped in the middle of recording after finding out the scoring to kind of know who was going to be in that bottom and up for elimination before I did the analysis. So we're going to go ahead and take a watch.
Fight!
Here we go. First crew battle. Okay.
이런 게 바로 멋인기라.
Love that arena style. That's great. Ew. Look at the sway from the audience on that. That was great involvement. She drops, but like just a little bit on that one of those building things. Fun. Oh, that was cool. Yeah. That was fun.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That was cute. Here we go. Next up, Hook. Battle Street Woman Fighter, Hook and LACHICA. Man, this is good. The boom boom bap, man. Oh, wow. Yes.
Keep it moving. Better hold on tight if I boost it.
I love that breakaway. That was cool. Oh, we lost the hat, but yeah, they took it as an opportunity. I love that.
It's picture day, so smile for the camera.
Woo, that's fun.
Now you're in the hot seats like Sriracha.
Yeah.
What you gonna do? Put the super hot fire on you. I'm half white, half fella, P-I-N-O. Sometimes you just gotta take it slow.
Wow. Ooh, they attacked really well. Yeah, that was cool. That was cool. All right, so coming from the top here, I really love the fact that I now have the ability to be able to take a look at these without having restrictions, which is really nice. So going from the top here, I like that breakaway that LACHICA chose to do. Right there, and they choose to do like a da-da-da, like an add-on where they broke away and then they had an add-on coming from the right to the left, which I really like. Then they did an add-on from back to front, so that was also a really nice choice. 3 and a 4 and 5. I like that too. 1 and a throw and a 3. They get in a line, showcasing a little bit of performance here, which is really nice. That was fun. Little gimmick, little cheeky there. Also, they did a fantastic job of applying themselves to surround to the entire room, not just their opponent. So I will say Hook took that more, you guys are our opponent, we're coming after you. LACHICA took the approach. Honestly, it felt very fitting to LACHICA because like that group for Street Woman Fighter, they've always been ones that advocate not only to their opponent but to their judges. So that was very interesting. And I know our mentors are probably the ones that vote on this, right? I'm not at that part of the episode, but I wanted to look at this separately from watching it in the episode because this is an uncut, like we saw, and I think it would be a lot better for me to look at this. That part right there. Do you notice everybody in the back? Woo, that sway. That was so gimmicky, so fun. I love that. Having them go over to the side was great. Now, is it the cleanest? No, I don't think so. We had a couple of flukes happen. I would say Hook actually was more on the cleaner side, but they had more variety and they showcased a lot more to surrounding. That part right there, I know she was supposed to hook that side, but it looked like they just got loose and she just committed to it. A little ha ha ha. That was fun. They pulled through, boom, and then having another feature in the center, which is nice. Nice little figure 8 variant. Nice. I love that that reverb. That was cool. That was gorgeous. So she did a turning jeté, which a lot of people, the tricky part about it is when to know when to explode or when to actually go into the jeté portion of that. She did kind of like a prep, a lower shunné. Hold on. Now I'm curious. Look here. Here she goes. Yeah, so she just did a shunné prep. Normally people go low to high, use the plie to really get that up and around. That was really pretty and they rolled through it. Great technique. It was good. Love that energy there. More like some lock. We had some locking variants there, locking posture. Sliding it through, which is nice. I like that brrr, all the way through, having your feature there. That right there. Da, 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 da. It's gimmicky. It's fun. It's playful. Da, 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 da. That was good. It just feels very complete, like a whole package. And they roll down. That was fun. That was just really fun. Going into Hook. Hook really does. They carry such Wolflow energy. Of course, we have our lookalikes, but it's totally, they're bleeding. They're bleeding the energy. This approach here, really fun. And hey, da-dun-dun. Boom, boom, da-da-da-da. Very clean, unison, but the rock and bounce is very, very clean and in sync, which is great. Love that hit, that boom, and then drop it back down. Then I love the choice that they made of having one person come from the center and then one from the outside and travel in opposition. So they are tailoring to their audiences. You know, they get a little bit of fan service over here, and then you have them tailoring out. So this is really fun. I enjoyed that. And then they're all frozen. Utilization of levels is great as well. A little scratch. Notice that her hat dropped, and you could tell that she noticed her hat drop. She clocked it. She picked it up. She threw it on tempo. Really great usage of your prop. Great energy, and people know that too. And so people appreciate when random things happen and they use it to their advantage. People do appreciate that a lot. Like me, I think it's great. A camera. I love that. And that they are taking a heavier attack approach. That was that shh. It did remind me of kind of when you hold a spray can like graffiti. That was a cool moment. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Hey. Yeah, dun dun dun. That was cool. Pulling it through. Taking it slow. I love that. And then they are also placating to their audience, but they're doing it in a slightly different way. I love it though. Look at that little okay, cheeky. Pull it. Yeah, so then boom. So I would say that LACHICA had a little bit more complexity, but but Hook made up for it in synchronicity. So this is pretty even. Honestly, it could be a toss up. Either could take it, and I would have no issues, and I could see it. They didn't use up their full time. Could that have helped them? Maybe. I don't know. I mean, for this one, very solid first round. I think it was great from both sides. Both placated to their audience. They placated to each other, had really fun gimmicks and energy. They were pretty clean. I would say Hook was a little bit on the cleaner side. And there was some impromptu gimmicks that took place on Hook's side, like the hat falling. They take it and they throw it. And then on LACHICA's side, when there was a little mistake, she still held it down and made it just look like, made you question if there was a mistake. So for me, I may not pick out of this round in particular because I could see it swing either way. But if we're going off of like my preference of who I would pick and who I could have a stronger case of justifying, I would go with, actually, I don't know, because the moment I was about to say somebody, I was like, but they also, so I would tie it, you know, and I think that's totally fine.
Make you feel where this funk came from. I can make you feel.
Wow, okay. Yeah, I love that. The resistance there, the health. Love that, the choice here. That's cool. He said no. What a jammy thing to do, man. I love it.
Blue cheese, I swear I'm addicted to blue cheese. I gotta stick to this paper like blue sleep. Bitch, I'm on my chicken like it's a two-piece. You can have your back to your groupie. She just got all my kids in a two-seat. Swagged out, for me to be bringing them butts out. I still got some rats stuck in the trap house. Just the 42 and blow her back out. I'm back in the bullshit. They say I'm ruthless, and my shooters they shooting.
That's a fun moment.
I get the breeze, then it's adios. If I'm with your trees, then she give it. When I see police, then we gang low. That's another piece, that's another zone. Ice in the VV.
That was better.
I got all this water on me like Fiji. I'm posted up with hats and the sleazies.
Fun. That was fun energy. Okay, so going from the top here, I will say my vote will have to go with Hook for this. Let's talk about it. So from the top here, shout out to the DJ, popping it off. So far, I will say this DJ is pretty good. I like this DJ. Song choices are cool. Make you feel. I love how she sets it up, which is really nice. Fundamentally, she's very fundamentally sound with her popping. Love it. Notice that she is setting it up. It does remind me of like the King Tut aesthetic of popping, which I really like. Bringing it through. I do think some of her transitions need to be a bit refined. How instead of making it a bit sporadic between the different techniques, because that's something that you do look for in a toolkit for battling, is how cohesive are you between when you switch up your textures and your techniques within a given style that you are executing. Are you showing innovation within it? Are you writing the rhythm predictably, or are you showcasing new ways and new methods for us to hear the music? Because this isn't more of an older track, it's like an OG poppin' track, you know, more of that electro. So how she's hitting it is more on the predictability side, but I'm very happy to see that boom boom cheer, like she is riding through the rhythms very well. That right there, boom, do it, boom, with that hit, that was sick. That was a really great catch on the beat right there. Yeah, boom, and then she brings it through, does a speed change, slows it down a little bit, do a little bit of a cobra. Always a fan of that, love it. And notice that she's just exemplifying, she's showing a lot of very different variants within the techniques, and I'm very happy with that. It's just the transition between them could just be a little bit better. But noticing how she's hitting it, pop, 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 very strong, very clear. She's hitting it with the right amount of pop. I love it. That right there was great. Boom, boom, boom. She travels. She's used great usage of her stage. I love is here. She drops it down and then she brings it around. Notice where she's looking too. She wants us to see where it's going. So she's looking at it herself. It's a great thing to look at. That was cool too. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Pop off, man. Yeah. Brings it through. Yeah. Dun, 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 boom. She has her little moment. Now notice what she does. She's here. Different song. This is Whoop-Day. She takes her water. She pours it on her head. Little moment. But whenever you do that, you have to really show up and show out, because even if you didn't have water, I mean, here's the thing. Jam Republic, whenever they did for their battle, they did pour water, and it made sense because it was usually wordplay, and they didn't do it at the beginning. They did it like right in the middle. I loved that. It was like icing on the cake, and they were competent in the choreography that they gave themselves to do, and so I had zero qualms with that. It was great. Here, I feel like if you take the water out of it, can it hold its own? I don't believe so. You know, I love that. Boom, boom, great. You just have this water really placating as a great prop for you. But then what happens is she stays very stagnant. She's internalizing and hitting the bass. Is very a little bit overly repetitive. So she does have a lot of repeated movement sequences in how she's setting up using the chest. So that's why that looks a little different. It doesn't feel as refined. It feels like we're trying to figure out and troubleshoot versus actually enjoying the space in the music. Now this would be considered more of like a beat kill kind of track, or more like laid back. It's just a different style. Normally you don't have people battle to this track. Normally you have people do choreography to this track. And that's another thing. You know, with the other song, there's a lot of very that track is meant for, you know, ciphers, exploration. It's not really meant for choreography as much. It's meant for more battles and freestyle. Here, this track is the opposite, and so that's why it's a little bit, it's harder to hit it, but it's a greater risk, greater reward that comes with songs like these. I like that boom boom moment, boom, swagged out. But notice we hadn't done quite a lot of we haven't quite done a lot of showcasing. She's not quite attacking her opponent. She's kind of placating to the audience. That's one thing too. If you want to, one way of showcasing confidence is I can look at the audience, but I can clock you and I can remind you, hey, I'm here. You know, that also can be a subtle way of kind of, there's like a fight or flight that comes in when you want to hold your own. Sometimes you don't want to look at your opponent and you just want to just do what you need to do. So there's that, but I do appreciate having with Hook, they had that presentation in front. But for her, notice she's kind of ignoring them a little bit here. But it was really nice to see that. Boom. That was a fun little moment there. Leading it through. Great. Oh, this was a nice choice going to the floor. Yeah, right there. But the dude, notice she kind of resets with this wave as she comes up. I like that wave. That was nice. Nice moment. I like the exploration on that. That was fun. I enjoyed that. I just feel like there's so many people that can't see what she's doing right here because she's placating to this camera versus who's actually there for her. So a lot of this is not read by the audience, nor the members, nor the judges, or the mentors. Like, not very many people. She goes down. Boom, how that moment. They all cheer. They're like, yeah, good job. You know, it was fun. It was enjoyable, but I really think Hook took that, and it was a pretty clean win for that one. Got a 2v2. Here we go. That was cute. Ooh, ha, ooh, ha. This is so spunky. I love it. Yes.
Team LACHICA, give me your stage.
Ooh. That was fun. Yeah. That was cute. What? That was fun. That was good. That was fun. I enjoyed both. That was pretty even. It was pretty even. They had some fun moments here. So we're starting. I love how they're placating to LACHICA. That was cute. And then look around, the intensity of the performance, the presence was really nice on this. They're placating to the audience. I love it. They go up, down, bum, bum, da, da. Yeah. They have really great moments with each other, great chemistry with each other. Great uses of partner work. Boom, ha, boom, ha. Really fun on the music. Yeah, da 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 da. And then they go right there into that. Yeah, very nice on the Witch Away on that. Nice little fan over. That was cute. Having their moment. Da, da, ba. So they took a more theatrical approach. They still showed competency within their techniques, but they really, they kind of mixed a little bit more of the theatrics of, you know, the overall, like, having these moments to bleed through something a little bit simpler, which I think was very enjoyable. They were very cohesive with each other. When you do 2v2, you want that cohesion, which I very much liked. I love that fan service moment over here. That's fun. And as she goes down, boom, 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 that little melty melt was funny. That was fun. Now we have something a little bit funkier. This was great. Come on. 2, 3, 4. Look, the power. The little power in their twirls and in their locks is so refined. I love it. Oh, it looked like she did make a little mistake there. It felt like it was a bit muddled. Yeah, Dunta, very powerful here. A bit subdued here. It does look like she forgot that section, but we got right back into it. Boom! Love that toe touch right into that drop. Love it. Then having that pulsing, that was so great. Hitting it down, that was good. Really fun. That pull, that boom, and boom. That was good. Have one of them with the pull, and then one of them with their arms behind their back. That was great. Dropping it down. That was also great. 3 and 4, 5, 6. That was good. What? So they're also presenting performance, but notice that they have a stronger. I feel like the techniques within both, they both were showcasing locking. I would even say with Hook, they had a little taste of whacking in there. But don't quote me on that one. But here it's heavy locking. I really think that I added the two. LACHICA definitely held it down on the locking side for sure on a technical front, and they did showcase performance just like Hook did. But I think that they utilized more when you look at it from a battle context versus an exhibition context, because remember, it's a battle for elimination. So we have to look at those things. I really feel like this LACHICA really did a good job. Even though there was a slight little hiccup, they got right back into it with something powerful, bringing it through. I love that. The energy there, ban-da-da-da and ban-da-da-da. Even though the sequences are a bit simplistic, just in that little section, it's still very powerful and very cohesive with each other. That baby! They bring it through, and then they have that moment facing towards her. I love the energy that she has. She makes me very happy, honestly. It's just great energy. If I were to vote, I honestly would probably give my vote to LACHICA's team for this one, just because, I mean, I feel like Hook didn't make the same number of mistakes that I think LACHICA did, but LACHICA held it down more on a technique side when it comes to essence. I mean, both had the essence for sure, but I think that Team Hook used more theatrical approaches. And whenever you're in a battle like this, the other team also met that level of theatrics or performance, but they had a bit more density in the quality of the locking variants that they chose to bring. So that's why I would give them my vote. But if either team won, I wouldn't have an issue with it, honestly.
Ready?
All right. Who did this song? Oh, Superkill used this song for the Mega Crew, but I know this isn't a Superkill song. This was way before. She's holding it down. She's doing fine. Uh-oh. Okay. Yeah, so she caught her hat, but she just dropped it. That's totally fine.
4, 3, 2, 1. Which?
All right, here we go. Oh. Dude, she would have held it down on Street Woman Fighter easy. Put that girl on Wolf Flow, game over. Like, yeah, she would have fit so well. I love that build out. That was sick. Wow.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That was good. I think this was the leader battle. So I really think I think Hook, when it comes to the individual battles, Hook really is strong with who they have on their lineup. But when it comes to the crew or the 2v2, when it's the choreographed ones, LACHICA held it down and was way more competitive in those. So I want to say that. When it came to just the freestyle, Hook's got it. Now, I would say with both of these tracks, they do placate more towards, I see more choreography to them than when I see freestyle to them. Not saying you can't freestyle because we just saw it, but I'm saying, but with LACHICA's, this one is trickier. It's a higher risk, and that could also be if they were given a similar songs to Hook. then I wonder if the outcome would be different. I don't know, but I do know there's a chance that they may be able to give a style that they want to showcase for freestyle. So they're probably a good chance that they all know all their music, which is great. And there's a chance that if LACHICA's members who did the solo freestyles got Hook's music, they may not know those tracks, and vice versa. Do you know what I mean? So I think in general that this was, I mean, she held her own. She did fine. You know, I think some of her movement, you could tell when she throws to transition, that's like a reset that you see from a lot of dancers who don't do freestyle as often. No, she goes da 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 da. Notice that some of her transitions are a bit sporadic. They're not clear, and that's why we look for clarity in your transitions in battles and in exploration of movement, because that shows to me that you are paying attention to what you're doing, and you're not just doing whatever you want. You know, like you're really trying to be mindful of the connection, because if you're going to be sporadic and just make choices for the sake of it, you're not actually exuding proper musicality or connection to your music, which is a factor in choreography, and it's a factor in freestyle, and that's why it's important to look at. So here we notice it really feels like we are just trying to hit the basic beats or the predictable layers that normally happen on a track like this. That comes up. That was nice, da-da-da, but notice that she's not really using her lower half and taking risks with her lower body. She is dropping, she is standing, she's jumping, but she's not doing really as many, like, a lot of her focal points she wants people to showcase is her upper body. We did see that little moment of her doing, twisting those knees in a little bit, which is nice. It's fun. I like that. I love the fact that we had some patience there. That's great. Sometimes people just go, go, go with no break. And we want to always have opportunities for digestibility of your track. So that was really nice to see that moment there. Yeah, so there, that's fun. I like seeing her go from here to kind of building it up. That's nice. Honestly, if she was against anybody else, if she not talking about just on Hook's side, but if she was against another member, let's say of her own team, she would fare a lot better, I think. And this was a note that I'm gonna say, because she's wearing this jacket, it does remind me. BATLE. BATLE got so freaking lucky with who she was up against. And I said that when I watched her. It was her and Reddy. Right? Yeah. It was one of the first battles that I watched on the entire, like, ever in the Street Fighter series was Bada versus Reddy. And I said that there, and I still believe that now, where Bada got very lucky with who she was up against. Because if she was up against Wolflo, she would not have taken the battle. She wouldn't have. She had really great moments, and her movement quality she does a great job with her movement quality to tracks. But there is a certain flow and vibe and rhythm that happens with whenever you can tell somebody who's very fluent in battling, there's certain refinement things that take place where you can see the differentiation, you know, and you also run a higher risk if you're trying to go at it from a choreographic approach. You're going to run the risk of overlapping fingerprints. That's just kind of the name of the game. Or you may oversimplify it, or you may try to make it overly complex and it's not hitting anything and it looks sporadic. And that's what we're kind of seeing here. Her hat came off and we noticed that she kind of caught it and then she dropped it, she finished it out. But it also, you could tell it kind of it messed with her energy just a little bit. Yeah, ta-ta-ta-ta, boom, and she goes back. She's like, I did my best, you know. But here we go. Everyone's like, here we go. Just look at how her flow sets up. This is a great example of she allows it to go whenever it needs to go. She sets it down, boom, down, traveling. Look, it's very clear where she wants her energy to go, and that's the exact point that I'm making. We're not making these choices of popping, making these focal point moments. You have to make them connect the dots in some way, and that's kind of my main point of what my dancer from LACHICA did not do as much, and I feel like that could have been very helpful for her overall set. But here, you very much see that little brrr, because we already saw that legato travel up of energy, and having this interruption happen in the leg is what really helps us know that we've already kind of been seeing this leg, but done in a different way, and it showcases that she showcased a different texture there, which I really much like. Look at that. And her traveling boom through. Very much love that. Fullness of energy. Da-da-da-da, boom. I do feel like we did question a little bit of the stability on that section, but it was still really nice. Bringing it through, doom, da da doom, and And then usage of the floors. I do feel like our other dancer from LACHICA, she did not use the floor really that much at all. And that's also another symptom whenever you see somebody not super, but it's not like something that's like, oh, they didn't go to the floor, they must not be good. No, it's not my point at all. I'm saying a lot of times you can show somebody's comfortability on the track or their movement or their set or being in the zone whenever you see them take risks of going to the floor. She took a creative way to get to the floor. Notice she's still traveling, she's transitioning, she's allowing the movement to happen, whatever needs to happen there. That right there, she kicks and then she does a little roll up. Yeah, boom, mantra. She likes mantra, then she resets. Now she's in a good place to try something new. Yeah, do I think that she's kind of riding through this flow? Great flow. Do I think that if she had to do 2-3 rounds, she would need to dive into a different groove or a different pocket? Yes, because this will start to come across more stagnant, because our brains are already gleaning the inspiration on her attacking this track, but she's doing a great job matching the track, and that's what I appreciate. I love this section with her, with this motion here. It's kind of tailoring it over to hook. That was doing brrr, and then she sped it up, and then she goes do-do-do-do, had a nice little reverb dropping it down. I love that too. Pas de bourrée, bringing it through. Yeah, boom, boom, boom. You can also see there's a significant difference between who's comfortable doing freestyle. You just can see it, and confidence and projection and performance do play a role as well. You can really tell from Hook's side, she is in the zone, she is in it to win it, she is vibing out and just having the time of her life. But then my other dancer from LACHICA, I felt like we were fighting and being a little more combative to our music than we could be. And I love that everybody has the energy, where they're watching and enjoying. I do know it's hard for the one who just went, but I do like the fact that that people are able to be appreciative of somebody doing a good job. Yeah, that da-da-da-da, and then waving it in. I like that choice too.
5,
And then she dives it down, and then she goes boom, resets, approaches, even near the tail end, she comes and approaches to the front. She goes and turns around, boom, walks away. So that was a very, very clean win, I think. I'd be very surprised if Hook did not take that round. And I did learn, I'm going to go ahead and say this too, I did learn based on the thumbnails before I started watching these, because at this point in time, I had not gotten to the elimination battles or who's technically in the bottom, but I do have the scores. So I could probably have stopped and puzzle pieced it together myself. And this, I'm assuming that the format of this is very similar to the Street Fighter elimination format. You first team to get to 3 wins is really what my gut's telling me on this, because this is a 4-round. And I know for the last season of Street Dance Girl Fighter, they only had, I think it was 2 rounds they were given, because there's so many, right? But I very much enjoyed this, and I do know, all that to say, I do know LACHICA was the one that ended up being eliminated. So I do know that, and it is unfortunate, and I will get to the whole thing of reacting to them finding out their final words, that kind of stuff, on the full episode reaction. But before I even got to the elimination battles, and I already got through the scoring, so I already knew what I was going to be looking at, and I wanted to take a look at this independently before going back to the episode to finish. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to see more Street Dance Girl Fighter or the Street Fighter series in general, I'm not only doing excerpts like the one that you're seeing here, I'm doing a full episode reaction of both seasons of Street Dance Girl Fighter actively on Patreon as we speak, and I'm very much enjoying the time I get to spend in the discussions and understanding the full context of the prep work that it takes for a lot of these crews and the turnaround time for them to be able to do what they do, because it's always so I just appreciate hard work, and I appreciate people being able to receive encouragement for that hard work. I think that's awesome, and especially knowing that a lot of these dancers are not adults yet, and they have these mentorship opportunities to be able to be mentored by people who are very active in the industries that a lot of them are very, very passionate about striving to be in. And I absolutely love that, and it's really nice to be on this side, being able to take a look at it from a more like a spectator lens, but more like a commentator analyst lens too. So it just makes it where I feel like I get to grow and be inspired in this process as well. Once again, I am Jess, and I will catch you on the flip side. Bye.